So recently, Cure Arcana Shadow finally revealed herself. Now, this is no ordinary debut because this is possibly the most anticipated protagonist in Precure franchise history. And in this video, I wanted to share exactly why this is, what I think of her recent debut, and how she has just shaken the very image of the legendary warriors, the Precure. But first, why exactly is Arcana Shadow so special? To understand this, we need to look at the Precure franchise as a whole. Since 2004, there have been many constants that I see about the Precure franchise. It features a group of youngsters who become loving friends that go save the world and preach morals like friendship, heroism, and in the case of this year's season, Star Detective Precure, the Precure have always been hailed as role models. Kids look up to them as these angels of moral purity. I mean, they're literally called teensy in my local dub, or in English, angels. But this season introduces someone very different. Enter Moria Luluka, Cure Arcana Shadow. From the initial announcement, the show has teased her as an anti-hero Cure, who is a Precure yet fights for the season's villains, the Phantom Thieves. So for the first time in Precure history, the Cures were actually deemed enemies. Now, as a longtime fan, I was of course pretty surprised, because why would Toei dare to make the Cures fight with each other? Those who remembered the Max Heart movie from 2005 would have seen the infamous battle between Cure Black and Cure White. It had left a lifelong trauma for viewers back then, and it convinced Toei to never pit the Precure against each other like that for over 20 years. So why are they exploring this idea again? Not only for a single battle, but for an entire mainline story arc, or even longer. And would they make the same mistake between the Star Detective Precure and this new magical warrior? Now, what I expected at first was Luluka being no different from a villain general, a hardcore phantom thief, selfish and greedy. The reality, though, turned out to be very different. Luluka was a girl of few words, but had the analytical prowess of the smartest Precures, often besting the generals at their own mischief game. She also had the innocence of the most carefree Cures, frequently shown indulging in ice cream, and the internet proceeded to make a ton of memes about that. Point is, she wasn't so different from our seasonal Cures, Cure Answer and Cure Mystique. And that's where I feel Luluka shines. Compared to the generals, she was never portrayed as particularly evil or cruel. She was simply a regular teenage girl, perhaps on the wrong side, but never truly aligning with them. In fact, Arcana Shadow was specifically announced from the start, and regularly gets featured with the Cures in the ending credits. Her unique image is thus built up. A non-believer of the Precure way, but a Cure and character that left fans intrigued. And I was too, and soon, I was fascinated. The build-up climaxes in the recent episode, Star Detective Precure Episode 11. Not only is this the official debut of the anti-hero, we even got her official transformation sequence. This was a crucial move for Toei, not only because they had to push Arcana Shadow's merch, but because it solidified Arcana Shadow's unique identity. Villain-turned Cures from the past don't get to be Cures until they've been enlightened or purified. The transformation is thus symbolic. It's a metaphor of someone stepping into the right side of morality, and the benevolent gods bestowing power for these young people to defend morality. Yet now, Luluka has broken that image. As Answer later said, why is a thief a Precure? And I'm loving this because that's the same question that I asked when the show was first announced and later released. Though what I loved more was what came next. The first ever Precure against Precure fight in over 2 decades. And from the storyboarding to the animation to the dialogue, it is clear that Toei fought through this very carefully. Whether it is the Cure's shock that a Precure would become their enemy, or Arcana Shadow holding herself back and even teasing Cure Mystique mid-fight, this fight was not a normal fight by any definition of the term. There was no explicit shot of bodily contact or hand-to-hand combat between the sides. It was very slowly paced. And there was an intervention that saw Arcana Shadow ironically helping the Cures. Most importantly, there was this battle of monologues and ideologies between Arcana Shadow and Cure Answer. Arcana Shadow's claim was that lies aren't always bad, that a lie captivates people until it even houses a Makoto jewel, the symbol of truth and understanding, and the reassurance, clarity, and solace that they give to people. To Answer and Mystique, the key to people's smiles is to solve mysteries and to find the truth. Yet now they see from Luluka's heist of a priceless necklace that wasn't even real, that the mesmerization and attachment that makes people alive is not only found in the discovery of truth, but in well-fabricated lies as well, which have lasted long enough to feel like the truth. As we've seen from episode 11, once that truth is exposed, people are shattered, confused, and then upset and angry. Truth is no longer the bringer of happiness or solace, but a curse that drowns people in disappointment and uncertainty. In a single episode, Luluka had just forced the Precures of Right to reconsider their values, something that almost never happens this early in the season. Was this her aim all along? Thought Anna. Indeed, Luluka's aim was not to steal the necklace or the Makoto jewel it had given rise to. It was more like she was using the Precure name and role model image of being a Precure to push the boundaries of what is right. By shaking the cures, Luluka had also just shaken our belief in the Precures that we were led to imitate. And we are left questioning the ideas that the Precure stand for. Luluka had just vividly brought nuance to light for viewers young and old. Beyond Luluka's quiet cunningness, her intellect, and her ironic innocence, what she just did is what truly makes her one of a kind. However this conflict ends between the cures, the message that Luluka sends is clear. This franchise, for nearly a quarter of a century, has carefully curated its character's brand and name, and now its cracks are being exposed not by a villain, but one of the Precure. While we have seen cures like her, Cure Arcana Shadow is the first to truly embody her anti-hero persona, to firmly jeopardize the legitimacy of her kind from the inside. And you can probably tell I absolutely love her for it. Not because I want the Precure to fall, but in an increasingly complex world, we really need to take a good look at these animated heroes and role models that we're taught to love and idolize. Especially for the children that this show targets, we need to ask ourselves, are the Precure infallible? And if they're not, then what does it say about the things they represent? Or the morals that we work so hard to preach? Thanks for watching this video to the end. Sorry if everything feels a bit sloppily made because I'm a very busy person that just got really excited after watching Arcana Shadow's debut. Though if you'd like to see another video from me, I once did an in-depth review of another character that changed Precure, Cure Sky. If you liked my analysis here, I'm sure you'll like my analysis there as well. Thanks for the support!